Hello and welcome to week number 7 of Human Resource Management. I have a fairly short video for you here, and so I'm not going to waste any time introducing things that I'm going to cover in the presentation itself. So sit back. This will run just a few minutes, 5-6 minutes, and I think it'll help improve your grades and give you a better understanding of what the requirements are for this week's assignments. Thanks. We're going to start by taking a look at the assignment from week number 7. And this week we have a discussion post assignment and an article review assignment. We're going to be working with chapter 14 on unionization. So here we are on the week 7 discussion post assignment, and I'd like to just point out how this is all set up. Rather than just choosing any topic that you like, as we have in previous weeks, the idea is you're going to be using not only Chapter 14 and the information provided there, but also using the Internet. The assignment requires you to go to page 557 of your textbook, and on that page you'll find a section called Using the Internet. Under that section you'll find 5 different options, A, B, C, D, or E. And this assignment requires you to choose from those options, review the websites, and as many as you like as part of the assignment, and then report the highlights of what you've learned from these websites to the class. Be sure and reference the website that you're taking information from, so we know where your information is being derived. When you go to page 557, this is what you're going to see. This is just a section off that page. And you'll see that if you choose option A, you can choose any of the options, A, B, C, D, or E. If you choose option A, they provided you with 6 different union websites. You can choose one or more of those websites to investigate and come back and then tell us about what you found there. If you choose option B, you can then go to the AFL-CIO website, and this is an and where you have to do both, and BLS, and compare what those two websites are talking about, the pattern of union membership, meaning where do we stand in the history of unions, what's going on, are they going up, are they going down, what are the changes in the demographics, which companies are leaning more towards unionization, which are leaning away from unionization. Part C is the government agencies, and we're provided with 3 different government agencies that are involved with unions. You can use any one of those. Part D involves the government's role in labor relations at dol.gov with the appropriate extensions. And Part E looks at the global unionization issue. And there is a website out there called uniglobalunion.org that will talk about unionization issues in an international context. So again, you can choose any one of these 5 options, and then within those options you can choose the websites which you want to deal with. For the purposes of demonstration, I just chose the AFL-CIO.org website. And as you can see, there's a lot of different options you could look at. If you look at the menu across the top, there's the Get Involved option, there's Learn More About Unions option, there's Issues option, Legislation and Politics, and so on. So you can, again, the exercise is fairly wide open. You can choose what you want to talk about and report on. So that takes care of the discussion. You also have an assignment to do an article review. And as in past weeks, the article review is fairly wide open. Find a journal article and choose any of the topics that we are studying this week. Put your review in the safe assign, and then respond to at least one review posted by a classmate. So, I think a fairly straightforward week, no confusion there. The keys to success, and I think this is where I would like you to pay attention and make sure that your post and your article review do cover these areas. Unions tend to be controversial, especially down here in Florida, where we don't have a lot of unionization, and sentiments generally run kind of against unions. Just because they're controversial doesn't mean that we can't talk about them, and there's two sides to every issue. So make sure your posts and your article reviews demonstrate that you've actually read Chapter 14 and spent some time with the websites that have been referred to you. This is a matter of educating yourself about unionization, and then in your article and your post demonstrating that you are educated yourself. Make sure that you present an overview. Don't focus in too narrowly. Unions are actually a big subject and have a long history, not only in the United States, but throughout the rest of the world also. And even today, in a declining era of unionization, HR still has to deal with unions in the case of school districts where they have teachers' unions. Many police departments are unionized. Transit workers in larger cities, the subway workers in New York City, the bus drivers in Chicago are unionized. Many places have unionized garbage pickup people, waste management people. Many times government contractors are unionized. For example, when we had the Space Alliance group out at the Cape, they were unionized. So it's not like unions are somehow out of existence. They are in existence, and it's important to realize that they do have a huge impact when applying HR policies within an organization. And finally, because they are controversial, I expect your writings to reflect both sides of the issue. Even though you may be pro-union or anti-union, your article should be unbiased, and you should be presenting the advantages and disadvantages related to unions. You can certainly offer your conclusions and your opinions as part of your review, but I expect the bulk of your paper and writing to be unbiased and providing information to the readers. All right, that's about it for week 7. You know how to reach me for any questions, and